This is how you can find the first non-blank cells and the header associated with a particular row. For example, in this dataset of patrons, we have Claire's first donation of $88 in February. Likewise, Haley's first donation was on January of $82. We're going to start off with a very basic formula, which is going to be a two-row function. Two-row allows you to ignore blank spaces on a particular row. Let me show you how I mean. You say array, specifier array, which is your row, comma, ignore blanks, close parenthesis, and hit enter. And what this does is that it creates an array of the same row without the blanks. Now, the second function I want to introduce is the take function. Let's say, for example, if you have a take and you specify this particular array that runs from here to here, and you specify comma 2, it creates a 2 by 2 array starting with the very first element on that array, which is 62, 26, 82, 76. But if we only want that very first element on the very first row and column, we're gonna have to just say 1, 1 like this, and then it gives you 62. With that all being said, you can actually encapsulate your two row with a take function like this, comma 1, 1, and it gives you the very first value in your array, which is 88, and that's how you get the very first numeric value on your row. Now for the month, you're going to have to use a function called filter first, and then the first argument in there would be the header for the month itself, and press F4 to make both row and column fixed, comma, and then the second argument is your condition. We're going to say this particular row, if it's not equal to blank, then you want to show that value in there. And if you look at it, it only returns months for non-blank cells in row number 5. And like before, we can use the take function. First argument with the filter, and the second argument will be 1, which is your row number, and then your third argument is 1, which is your column number, and hit enter. Now if you apply the same formula for the rest of the rows, you can see that in February, Claire had donated $88, and in January, Haley had donated $82.